Welcome to exercise of the day, and we are doing spine curls today. This is actually one of my favorite exercises for the lower back and just getting that lower spine moving. So you don't need any equipment. We're going to come down onto our back. So I like to have a little soft cushion. You just don't want anything hard under your head unless you're on the floor, that's fine. But you don't want to be propping your head up with anything that's hard. So I'm just going to have a soft cushion. So the first thing we're going to do is just bring awareness to the spine. So just check your pelvis. Does it feel like your back is really arching? Or perhaps you the other way around where your back is down into the floor. So what you want to do is you want to have your pelvis in a neutral pelvis where your two hip bones are in a line. So if you had to think of putting a cup of tea between your two hip bones, your cup of tea wouldn't spill towards you and it wouldn't go away from you. So that will mean you'll have a very gentle curve in the lower back. And then that's where we're going to hold this. So you can have your hands down to the side. I often like to use my hands for feedback, but just so that you can see what my spine's doing, I'm going to move my hand out the way. Make sure the chin is towards the throat. So often the chin will want to go up, so just to help stretch off those muscles in the back of the neck. Your knees are in line with the hip bones, and then your feet are in line with the knees. So take a breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to hug your tummy in and send your lower back to the floor. So this first part is the pelvic tilt. And I just want you to make sure that you're not using the back of your legs or your bum cheeks. So, give yourself a fondle. It's your body. You're allowed. So you're hugging the tummy down. So it is quite challenging to breathe when you're holding the abdominals in. But I really want you to just be mindful that you're not pushing. Because if you're pushing, you lose a lot of the abdominal work. So right now, my tummy has to work quite hard to hold the lower back in that position. And then release back to the starting position. So take in a breath. As you exhale, send your lower back to the floor. So you're hugging your tummy into your spine and encouraging your spine into the mat. There's no bum cheeks and there's no legs working. Relax your shoulders, drop the chin towards the throat. Now what I want you to do is squeeze your bum. Just going to move my hands. Squeeze your bum and gently push into the feet. So I want you to try and round your spine up. I like to think of a bicycle chain. So each vertebra is a bicycle link, and you're lifting it one at a time until you get towards the shoulders. So it's different for everybody. Some people will be down here, that's the highest they can go. Some people might be able to go a little higher, but what you don't want to do is put any weight into your neck or your head. Okay? So all the weight is across the shoulders. So just be mindful of that. So again, your hands can be there. Like I said, I like to have my hands here. So what you want to check is that your two hip bones are the same height. So especially for those of you that suffer with sciatica, often that will mean one bum cheek doesn't work as well perhaps, so you might come up at an angle. So you want to make sure, so have a look if you can, and just give that bum a little squeeze, really try and activate it so that your hips are straight. Now if you do suffer with scoliosis, where you have that S shape in the spine, this might be slightly different for you. And then as you come down, pull the belly button in and start to bring your spine down one vertebra at a time. So we don't want to come down in a flat back. We really want to try and round it in. So pull the belly button in. See if you can get your lower back to touch the floor before your bum cheeks. And then release back to the starting position. Oh, that feels so nice in the lower back. So let's do a few more. Breath in. As you breathe out, hug the tummy in. Squeeze your bum cheeks, send your hips up towards the ceiling. Going as far as you can without any weight into your neck or your head. Relaxing your shoulders. Now pay attention to your knees. They haven't opened up. They're staying in alignment with your hips. And check that you're not rolling on your ankles. Hold it at the top, taking a breath in, and then come down. So as your spine comes down, I still want you to have this idea of pushing your hips up, and that's going to encourage a little bit more stretching in your lower back, which means the vertebra will get a nice little bit of shifting and movement. So pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. Notice if both bum cheeks come down at the same time. Oh, lovely. And then back to the starting position. So breathe in. Let's do a couple more. As you exhale, squeeze your bum, send it up to the ceiling. Once you're at the top, hold it there. Check that your knees stay in alignment with your hips. Your feet are firmly on the floor. Can you go a little higher without pushing into your neck? Relaxing your shoulders. Think of reaching your hands closer towards your feet. Hold it there. Inhale. And then keep squeezing your tushy up as you start to bring the spine down. One vertebra at a time. Hugging that tummy in as you come down. Trying to make sure that both bum cheeks come down at the same time. Back to your starting position, and last one, exhale. Send it up. So you might be feeling this in the back of the legs. So once you get to the top again, just check that your chin's not going over the head. Keep that chin to the throat. Relax your shoulders. Get those bum cheeks working. Take a breath in. And then pull the belly button in. Imagine you are trying to imprint your hip bones into the ceiling as you're trying to get your spine down. Yum, yum, yum. And then once you come down and you're safely on the floor, you can just give those knees a little hug. And then roll yourself up. Simples. That is actually such a nice movement for your lower back, and it gets your glutes working and your hamstrings working. So I hope you enjoyed your exercise, and I'll see you again soon.